So now we're going to go on to the match previews for match week 32 now. So, yeah, Kunal, I'll start with you then, actually. You guys have a fairly easy, very easy game against Burnley at home. And obviously you got Granada coming up as well. But give me your thoughts on either game, bro. Give me your thoughts on the Burnley game.
Yeah, so we're playing Granada tonight, and I think that we already have that tie in the bag. So let's
Who do you
just
want,
move.
by the way, of Ajax or Roma?
I think I would prefer having Ajax because they are just like United, a Champions League deserving team. So Roma, yes, they're decent side, but I think that Ajax would be much tougher competition, and Roma leading the tie, by the way. So Ajax would be much tougher, and beating Ajax would set us up perfectly to play a team like Arsenal in the final, who I believe would be the finalists against United.
With Villarreal, man, telling you, Villarreal, Villarreal versus Roma is my prediction. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. But yeah, give me your thoughts on the Burnley game, man.
The Burnley game, I think that we should rest quite a few players because the games after Burnley are quite tricky, and we've been seeing that Marcus Rashford has been playing with injuries. Cavani can get injured at any point. Eric Bailly has not been featuring just because he got COVID and he's not training. He too can get injured at any point. So we should just rest our team and play with a second team. Give Tuanzebe a run in the team because he's going to play tonight because Maguire is suspended. So give Tuanzebe a run in the team, probably a couple more games, and probably play Alex Telles in that game, give Luke Shaw a rest, probably give Bruno Fernandes a rest and play Van de Beek in that game. Pogba needs to play because he's been out for 2 months now, the past 2 months. So Pogba will play. Don't play Nemanja Matic, otherwise we'll lose. Give Rashford a rest. Martial's also injured, so I don't think that he'll be back for the Burnley game. He probably could be out.
He won't make a difference anyway, Martial.
Yeah, but then
out or not.
Against Burnley, he performs really well, but then he's out for the season, I think. So we don't have a lot of options in a front three, but I would still like to see probably Dan James feature, Amar Traore feature, play Cavani in that game because Burnley are a very physical side and Cavani could get a couple headed goals if he wanted to.
Yeah.
So let's see what happens. Just rest the squad. And going into the game, I'm very confident that we'll win it, but it only depends. It depends on the day because it's a Premier League game, so anything can happen.
It's weird because I actually do see United kind of struggling in this game because I don't know if it's been a pattern throughout the season, but they kind of struggle against sort of low block teams. Like they kind of struggle to break teams down. So that's why with this game, I don't know. It's I'll give us a score prediction. I'm interested to see what your score prediction
I'd say a 2-0 for United in that game, just because I don't think that Burnley have a goal threat, and even if we've come up against low block teams, we haven't had a lot of losses. We've had our draws, and that is what has hurt us in the league this season. We've had 12 draws, out of which I think 8 have been 0-0s. So those results have hurt us, but with the quality of probably just like I said, that I think that Van de Beek should play. So if Van de Beek is playing, that I think that he is somebody who could unlock a low block defense just because of the quality that he brings. So I would say a 2-0.
2-0, okay, interesting. And we'll go on to you then, Shivam, next. And thanks for that, by the way, Kunal. You guys have a Monday night game against Liverpool. Big game, personally for Chelsea fans, West Ham fans, and Leicester fans as well. But yeah, it's a big game for you guys as well. Your confidence must be sky high now that you beat City with 10 men. You probably on cloud nine at the moment that you can beat Liverpool as well. Give me your thoughts on that game, man.
Yeah, probably. Obviously, Liverpool have just dropped out of the Champions League. They've got no other commitments, just Premier League. So, and I always say this: the Liverpool are the one team that I never like rule out to smash anyone because they have it in them. They can do it.
Players,
yeah. Like even City, I can sort of say like, yeah, they're gonna, it's like a 50-50. Like even Man United is sort of 50-50. Like I don't know personally, but Liverpool are one of them teams where just when we play them, I always think like, nah, man, they could come and just, smash us and, go home early in the first half. But the thing is Yeah, obviously we've just smashed City, beaten City, and
Smashed.
I'm getting ahead of myself here. No, we're just beating City, and obviously the players' morale and the hype would be big, like especially in the dressing room, like the players would be, especially after that game, would have been sky high, and now we know that we've got Liverpool, Man United, Tottenham, Burnley, decent sides, that we're facing next, and it's going to be tricky. So you want to keep that hype, you want to keep the positivity, you want to roll out next game. So against Liverpool, yeah, I think we can get a win. We probably could. It'd be hard, but we could do it because I always go back to whenever anyone talks about Liverpool Leeds, I always go back to that game at the beginning of the season where the first game of the season was, you got to understand, full fresh Liverpool team. They had the likes of Van Dijk, everyone basically, and playing against a championship side, and we're taking them to the shops here. 4-3, and obviously it was a very tight game, and I think they were very lucky in the sense that they got 2 penalties awarded. That was just down to our shit defenders, like on the day, just being reckless and giving away penalties where they shouldn't have been, and they took Salah 2 penalties, and Salah's not missing a penalty, so then they won that game. But I think we were just very much on the day. We obviously you can tell coming in first game of the season, players are hyped up. They want it now in the big time, and especially with a team who majority of these players have not played in the top flight of football, and even the boys that we brought in, they've never played in the English system before, and they've never played in the Premier League. So for them, it was a big game playing against Liverpool, especially as they were they won the league last season, and we really did try well, and we it could have been so close. We could have won. We could have drawn that game. We could have even won that game if it wasn't for them 2 penalties. But now the game's changed in the sense that we're now playing a Liverpool side who are, where are they in the table? 5th, 6th, wherever they are. Yeah. So it's a side where they have had a sort of a rocky season, as well as we have, defensively. But the morale is so high, especially playing against City. Liverpool are on that same level as City, so if we can do it against City, why can't we do it against Liverpool? So I think the players will be ready to just prove that we can do it. We can beat Liverpool like we beat City. But I mean, I'm just like I was last week, and I said that we'll get battered by City. I'm just gonna say the same, just in case that it turns out that we do win. And then I can say the luck, whatever.
The luck of saying we're going to get battered.
Yeah,
the luck of saying we're going to get battered.
Yeah, whatever I'm saying is happening, because like you guys last week, or you didn't say we win, but you said, it'll be a good game and whatnot. And I was
let's say the same thing now. It's going to be a good game. we're replicating last week, man. Just so that Leeds beat Liverpool.
Yeah.
Say it.
1-1.
Let's do it, because last week
5-3, 5-3, boys, 5-3.
Last week I was saying that we're going to get absolutely smashed by City, and I don't care if there's a B team, C team. City are one of them sides where they're going to smash you no matter what. And I thought, we're going to get absolutely levered here. But, it didn't happen. So let's just hope the same happens with Liverpool. And let's just hope that we pull out a win. Because
talk your team down. Talk your team down like you did last week. Everything will be fine.
Basically, defensively, we're just shit, yeah. Bielsa's too busy drinking cups of coffee on his bucket. And we're actually going to get hammered because, Liverpool are one of the, biggest English sides on the planet. And, I mean, in football history. And I don't know. Let's see what happens. But I don't know. Score prediction. Let's say 10-0 to Liverpool. No, I'm joking. Realistically, I don't know. I take a draw, man. I take a draw against Liverpool. I think they're gonna, obviously they're not gonna play their B team like City were. They're gonna play the likes of Salah, Mane, the whole Roberto Firmino, the whole gang. So
considering they're knocked out of the Champions League,
exactly.
They only have the Premier League to play for.
Exactly, and they want to get points just like we do, just like obviously, especially when Chelsea and West Ham and all these clubs are right behind them, wanting them to fail. So I take a draw personally. I say 1-1. I think it will be a low scoring game because although we're not part of the the so-called Big Six, this is a big game for English football. Always has been, always will be. So I think it'd be a low scoring game. So I'd take a 1-1 personally. I say it's a draw.
What are you saying for the Man United Burnley squad? I forgot to ask you that as well, bro.
I don't know. Burnley are a weird team because even when we faced them, they're good. They were good defensively. But I think Man United are one of them sides where that can sort of get past your defense. Attackively, they're really good. They can figure you out and fix you up in 5 minutes like they did against us. So it depends. If they play Rashford, if they rest Rashford, and these type of factors. But no, I think it's easy for Man United to beat them. I say like 4-0 or something like that, 3-4-0.
Okay. Yeah, interesting.
I don't think Burnley will score. I mean they've been decent, Burnley, in the sense Vidya's been scoring recently. They've been decent in the last few games actually, but you got to see who they've been playing as well. They've been playing the likes of Newcastle and obviously these lower league sides. So
Tottenham couldn't beat them. That's all I'm saying.
we'll let Nandi speak about that. But yeah, I think it'd be a high scoring game for United. I think they'll take the 3 points easily.
Same question to you then, Kunal. What do you think the Leeds Liverpool score is going to be?
1-1, just like last week.
Oh, 1-1. Okay. All right, cool. All right. I'm going to go, I think, United Burnley. I'm going to say, I'll say 3-0 to United.
So 2-0, 3-0, and 4-0.
Yeah. And then for the Leeds Liverpool game, as much as I hope Leeds batter Liverpool, or I hope they take points off, I think my gut saying will be 2-1 Liverpool. I think it'll be 2-1 Liverpool. But yeah, we've got 2 games coming up as well. So we've got a FA Cup semi-final coming up on Saturday against Man City. With that, I'm just like, Leeds can do it, Man United can do it, Chelsea can do it. That's it. We shouldn't go into this game with fear. Like I said before, in the reviews and stuff, that we shouldn't really fear Manchester City because they are vulnerable this season. They're not the animal that everyone expects them to be. So we should go with it full of confidence as well. It's a bit nice not having the pressure of the Champions League or the Premier League coming up as well. So this is sort of like I wouldn't say nothing game, but there's sort of no pressure. But on the flip side, this on paper is the best chance of us getting a trophy. So I want us to. It's a weird one because if we do lose it, I won't be too hurt by it, but I'd like us to win it as well because, like I said, it's the best chance on paper that we can get a trophy. So yeah, it's going to be a really good game. To be fair, I can't wait for it, to be honest. But yeah, I'll probably say. I don't know. I'll say 2-1 to Chelsea, I think. Just because we get that extra day rest as well, where we can rest players as well. And I was quite annoyed that Tuchel didn't make any substitutions until like the 87th minute. I thought that was weird, just given like Christian Pulisic's like injury record this season. I wanted to keep him like wrapped in cotton wool for like a long time because
he's
his hamstring injury comes back. So hopefully we start with that front three again because the more we play with it, the more chemistry we'll gain, like we did against Palace. And then if it's more the same against Palace, then yeah, we should be able to win and stuff. But yeah, we've got another game against Brighton on the Tuesday. We play our Premier League game a bit later, so we play Brighton on the Tuesday. It's important that we win. Like in some sense, the Brighton game is actually bigger than the Man City one, just because of we're not currently in the top 4 right now as West Ham and Leicester. So we have to be able to sort of close the gap and pounce on West Ham and Leicester if they lose or drop points in their game. So it's a big game for us. Like I said, like our league form hasn't been the greatest, but we should be able to like sweep away Brighton. I guess they're sort of safe now because they picked up like points recently as well, so they won't have the pressure of like Newcastle or Fulham, for example. So in that sense, it's a bit more of a relaxed game. But we all know how Brighton play football. They play really good football and stuff, and they're just like unlucky. So with that game, I'd like to see a bit of rotation as well. Unfortunately, I think Werner will probably start that game, or maybe the Man City game. Like we're doing okay with him at the moment, like him on the bench. Like this is probably what he needs, just some time off, like on the bench and stuff for a while. But given our rotation, we're in 3 different competitions. We have to rotate. It's just a given. So saying that, like I think we'll beat Brighton. I think 3-0. I think we'll beat Brighton 3-0. And yeah, what would you guys think the City sort of score is going to be in the Brighton score? Whoever first, Shiv, you go first, man.
I don't know. I think you beat Brighton easily. I'd say 3-4-0. I mean, you just did it against Palace. What can you do against Brighton?
Exactly.
Obviously, Brighton are I'd say a weaker side than Palace. And you did it against Palace, so you can do it against Brighton. I don't know. You might concede because I don't know. I've got this weird feeling that Maupay just turns up and smashes it
against Brighton.
Against Brighton, yeah. So I'll say like 3-1, 4-1. Same as the Crystal Palace score, really. City. I think City would win it. But I think it'll be like a goal apart. I think it'd be like 3-2 or something like that, because although you both have good defense, I think it'd be a bit of a scuffle match. It'll just be like a bit of a war for. It'll be a weird sort of final. It won't be like the traditional just pass and play. I think it'll be quite like a scuffle between two teams. So you both lose the ball a lot, and City will just take it and score, and you'll do the same. But I think City will have the upper advantage, as we saw with when they played Dortmund, and how they play, especially when they got the goal against us. Like obviously, we're Leeds United and all the rest of it, but they still pulled that goal back. So I like to say that they'll win by a goal. I think it'd be like a 3-2 to City.
Okay, fair. What about you, Kunal?
I think that Chelsea will win 1-0 against City, just because Chelsea are right now one of the best teams defensively in the Premier League, and City plays such a high line that I think that a player like Werner or Pulisic could get at their back line. So just for that reason, I think that Chelsea will stay very solid defensively, and City will have a hard time breaking you down. And one counter attack later, Chelsea are 1-0 up, and I think that's gonna stay. It's gonna stay like that, and I hope for a City loss every time they go out to play, just because.
Oh, he's back. He's back with his City agenda now.
just because they're not built on anything. So, I mean, Liverpool are our biggest rivals, but I've always appreciated them, and I always like to fair play, and basically you've never seen me diss Mohamed Salah, Mane, Trent, Van Dijk. You lot have seen it. Even when we play, I'm not somebody who goes into hard tackles and stuff like that, because that's just the sort of person I am. But with City, I think that they are built on something that basically they didn't deserve to be in a position that they are. Just like probably even a Leeds are, who won the championship and came into the Premier League, and where they're sitting in the league right now. I think that they've deserved to be there, and they have a history of being arseholes, but then arseholes a pain in the ass for other teams. So they've basically built on that. City have basically bought titles. They haven't won them. They've bought them.
Bought titles.
Do you know what it is for City though? Do you know what it is? I tell you why they're winning, because obviously they could do the quadruple. Yeah, it's like there's a possibility. But I was speaking to a few people, and I think why they've had the advantages is, forget the money and put that aside. But you gotta understand, they're playing games behind closed doors, and they don't have any fans. They turn up anyway, so it's practically a win-win.
No pressure. Yeah,
Liverpool, pressure. Man United, Chelsea, Leeds, Arsenal, Tottenham, whoever, no matter who you say, they have a massive fan backing. Yeah, I've never seen City have a massive. I don't see City have a massive fan backing. So for them, it's just like whether there's fans or not fans, it's fine. But I think for teams like us and Liverpool, just like the ones I said, you all need your fans, and it's a massive change. Like I reckon if Liverpool had their fans, it'd be a different scenario to where they were. I think same with Chelsea. With the new addition of the new players. Okay, Lampard situation and all that, but Tuchel the moment when Tuchel came in, if they had their fans, oh mate, that would have changed the game massively. I think for Chelsea.
No. If there were fans with Tuchel's first game, man, our fans would have gone crazy, as in like in a bad way, because obviously with what happened with Lampard. But at the moment, it would be buzzing at the bridge.
So, but with City, I don't see that they ever have that anyway. Like they want
to. And they shouldn't have been in the Champions League this season anyway, unless they paid off UEFA. So
but I think what it is as well. UEFA. I think the reason why people sort of don't take seriousness into Manchester City at the moment is because they've only just started in the sense of building their legacy. Like say, for example, 10, 20 years time, they're going to be. This is what I think. I think they'll be like a Manchester United, Liverpool type of like
club,
team. I'm not saying they'll never be as big as those clubs, because those clubs will continue to grow anyway and get bigger. But I do think Man City will become a very, very big club, say in 10, 20 years time, just because of the legacy and the amount of titles they started to win and stuff. It's sort of similar to us when Roman took over us as well. Like before Roman took over us as well, we were sort of where Tottenham were before, like a top 10 sort of team. But obviously King Roman came in, sorted us out and stuff. So, and look where we are now. We're in a good position over the past decade and stuff, and even now. But yeah, guys, any other final thoughts for match week 32? Any other final thoughts you guys have?
No, not really.
Nah, fair enough then. Let's might as well wrap this up then, boys. Yeah, if you're new around here, don't forget to like, subscribe to our YouTube channel as well as our Instagram. We've got a few other videos coming up very soon as well, so stay tuned for those as well. And now that we've mentioned VAR quite a lot in the match previews and just generally anyway, go have a watch of our VAR episode as well. We've discussed quite a lot of detail on how we need to improve VAR and how it can get better as well. And yeah, we'll see you guys next week.